Super Bowl IX. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Minnesota Vikings. And it's coming up next on Madden Football.
It's one of the NFL's newest venues, but it's already earned a reputation as one of its best. This is US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And we're off from US Bank Stadium. It's Brandon Powell with the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And we'll take a glance at their seventh-year QB.
If we had asked Sam Darnold, coming out of USC as the third overall pick in the draft, to write the story of his career, I don't think he would have written some of these chapters. But in the end, it makes you tougher. It makes you grittier. And playing quarterback in the NFL is a lot about that. Your ability to just withstand adversity and to continue to get up time after time after time. And Sam Darnold has shown that kind of perseverance.
And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Tackling like his dad, Joey Porter Jr. making that play.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go. They go play action here. Flushed out of the pocket. He takes it himself. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
Third down, here's Jones. Has the first and more, past midfield. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Staying on the ground with Jones. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Second down now, 7 to go. They motion a receiver left. Here's 2nd and 7. Grabbed by Jordan Addison. And he'll be out of bounds just a yard or 2 short of that 25. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. Mike Tomlin never afraid to tell the officials how he feels, and he's got the challenge flag out. Well, we're going to see how much of a sideline maven he is, Brock. This one very close, whether he got the feet down or not.
And I'm so impressed by all these mavens because you've got to make that transition from college where 1 foot, you're good.
Yep.
But not at this level. You've got to be a ballerina. You got to get those toes both in, and the replay booth will be the judge of it.
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a third one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. Now, their opening drive certainly going according to plan, Brock. It's a new set of downs at the 27. First and 10. Here's Jones. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Darnold. Hockenson reels it in. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Extra man in the secondary for the Steelers. Third down coming up. Receiver in motion, headed right. Here he is on third and long. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
So the Vikings will try a field goal on fourth down. Will Reichert headed out. A very short kick here from the right hash. Smith able to put it through. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted, but that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Returning it from the 4. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. And leading them out, someone playing at a high level over a decade after entering the league. He's got a Super Bowl to his name. It's Russell Wilson.
Kate, Russell Wilson's one of the NFL's most experienced quarterbacks. He's also one of the winningest quarterbacks, even with a couple bumps in the road in Denver. Remember, over that decade in Seattle with Pete Carroll and the Legion of Boom, there wasn't a quarterback that won more games in the history of the league over the first 10 years. 9 times to the Pro Bowl as well. Put a supporting cast around him, give him a run game and a defense, and Russell Wilson still knows very well how to play this game.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. On the carry, this is Najee Harris. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. 2 yards on the pickup. And that's a Steelers first down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
They're set up at the 35 now. They'll run it for the first time with Jalen Warren. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Harris gets it on the counter. He breaks a tackle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down, just get to a manageable third down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Going to the ground again on first. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. And that tackle made by Blake Cashman. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just a field goal separates these two. More from US Bank Stadium after the break. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They'll have second down as they look to continue this good drive. Warren here from the gun. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up.
Let's go. Let's go right here. Let's ride. Let's do this, man. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go home, boy. Let's play. Let's go, baby.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Russ now from the gun. Pass taken in by Freiermuth. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
4th down, Wilson throwing. He's got it to his running back. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble there on 4th down, and they move those chains.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
It's caught. That's Mike Williams. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. Give him 13 on that play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Room to the right. And he's going to have this all the way down to the 4. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Harris. Can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. They'll run with Harris. Launches, and he's got it! Touchdown! The Steelers finish off their opening drive. Najee Harris, the touchdown. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers, who won up the opposing field goal, they start with 7 on their opening drive. Now Boswell on to send this away. Powell now to return. He's got a lane up past the 30. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. Minnesota all set to go for its 2nd drive. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Darnold looking to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. They've got a man in motion. Second down carry for Jones. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Running back sent in motion left. He'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. Now we'll see Ryan Wright come on for the Vikings to punt this away on 4th. Fields this at the 19. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. The Steelers and Najee Harris making their return to the field. Looks like he might break it for a minute, but still a good 14 yards on the return. And the Steelers will take over possession. First down throw from Wilson. Finds his back, Jalen Warren. And this one doesn't go far.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the gun, it's Wilson. Caught by Freiermuth. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. And that tackle made by Blake Cashman.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They got 24 yards on the play. And that's a Steelers first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Russ is cooking again. That throw finds Pickens. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Sticking in the air with Wilson. He's on the move. He'll try and run this. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that play good enough for a first. Pick up a 5 on that play, and it'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
Here comes Chris Boswell in the Steelers field goal unit. From 37 yards in the right hash. Dicker connects there. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
I know, you always want to finish drives in the end zone, but no matter what, the important thing is they end in some kind of points. And that's mission accomplished there.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. One final shot before halftime. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That brings us to the break. The Steelers taking a lead into the visiting locker room. Now we'll send you south to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, sit tight. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But for now, this is our halftime report. We got a fine first half out of the former Alabama man, Najee Harris. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. Finds some space, he's past the 30. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. Out comes Pittsburgh. Its offense has it to begin the third quarter. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up. That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play, but they will take that execution every time.
That one's out to the sideline. He's got it inbounds. Nice toe drag there, but we do have a flag on the play. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty, and now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Ross off the play fake. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as it begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Couldn't connect on first, it's second down. From the gun, they go with Harris. He locates a couple of yards through that chaos. And that tackle made by Blake Cashman. It's going to be 2 on the pickup, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 13. Wilson now from the gun. He's going to push one deep down the right. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect, and now they're stuck facing 4th down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
On 4th down, the Steelers are going to turn to Cameron Johnston to punt this away. And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13. So no return on that punt. And the Vikings are going to take over from deep in their own side. The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Looking for Justin Jefferson on that throw. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
From the gun, Jones gets it. And he's got decent yardage up to around the 18. They get about 4 there, need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Let's go, baby. Let's get something going.
First down, ball at the 36. Now a give up the middle to Jones. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Jones once more. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Darnold now to throw. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, Kate, my years in Indianapolis with Peyton, he loved to know the tendencies of a defense. And 3rd and short, more often than not, all across the league, you get man-to-man coverage. It really is a good time to throw. Unfortunately, couldn't execute that pass, and a 4th down instead.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. The Steelers back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. A carry by Harris here to start the drive. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now here's Russ. Catch made by Austin. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Warren quick on the draw. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 28. Hits him on the out route. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Three quarters in the books from this one. It's the Steelers with the ball. They're leading, but not by a lot. New set of downs for him at the 38. First down, here's Russ. Fryermuth there to bring it in. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that could create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
On play action now, Wilson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
We get so stuck, Kate, on decision-making being the ball in the hands and where's he throwing it. The ball in the hands in the passing game, and what kind of decision is he going to make? When in reality, in this game, in the 4th quarter, decision-making is also knowing when to salvage a play, salvage that real estate that's so important to try to play a little add-on and make this a 2-score game. That sack, that's not going to help in that decision at all.
Now Wilson on 3rd and long. He's on the move. He's running for it. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. First and 10 give to Harris. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Harris gets it on the draw. And this one does not go far. Give him a 1-yard pickup there, but that's not going to help a ton. It's 3rd and 15.
You know, some positive yardage there, Kate, but just as important, they're mixing up their play calling, and they could very well be setting up the defense for a big play later.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Finds a man right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. Steelers feeling lucky with a 7-point lead. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. They'll send him over right. Now an inside handoff to Harris. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Staying on the ground with Harris. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game.
Get something together.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Harris once more. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Running behind center with Harris. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 6, and they only need half of that now on 3rd and 3.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
A 3rd down run with Harris. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. It's a gain of only 1 yard. That's going to leave him with a 4th and 2. Here's Harris. And he's brought down for a loss. And that run won't come close. That's a turnover on downs.
Well, a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call, but it can work against a pass or a run. Good luck running for the sticks when you got a whole defense crashing you right off the snap.
The Vikings offense back to the field now. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. Here he is to throw. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
That's all we need, baby. Let's have some fun. Let's get some going. Let's go. Oh, that's
He'll look to throw it. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up third down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on third down. To throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. Now to throw. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Steelers come in and take this on the road. And it still shows up as a victory for them, Brock, whether they score 50 or they have a rough day putting points on the board. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we bid you farewell from Minneapolis.